Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Capricorn June 5, 2022. The moon spends the day in your communications sector, encouraging you to put your feelers out for new information. You're inclined to spread your energy around and get involved with odds and ends rather than focusing too much on any one thing. The potential pitfall today is overreaching. Also today, Mercury enters your privacy and soul sector, where this messenger planet will transit until March 27th. This sector of your chart rules natural endings and all that is hidden, undercover, and deep. Discussions and thoughts often revolve around the past during this cycle. Discretion may benefit you during this cycle. It's also a good time for tying up loose ends on a project or wrapping up a project. The moon enters curious Gemini today, bringing traction to your mobile third house of communication, thought process, and immediate surroundings. However, it will simultaneously face off with lucky Jupiter in Pisces via your secretive 12th house of closure, hidden agendas, and all things behind the scenes. Despite whether you're single or already romantically attached, chances are you're making the conscious decision to keep things to yourself at this time. Although, when considering Mercury's shift into compassionate Pisces, there are plenty of opportunities to speak from the heart. Sounds cheesy, but in the worst-case scenario, you can always write your sweetheart a nice letter. Where could your mind wander? For the last few weeks, your mind has been heavily fixated on your networking, work friends, and even professional aspirations. But Mercury leaves these curiosities as it leaves Aquarius and enters the mystical Pisces today. Now in Pisces, your mind begins to explore new concepts. Your subconsciousness could become more hopeful throughout this transit. It can also be prone to distraction. Mercury in Pisces can be easily lost in daydreams and what-ifs, so try to stay on top of what needs to be done at work. The moon's departure from your income sector yesterday has left you with more than just a sharp nose for money and a lucrative sense of direction. As well as picking up on signs of movement on the income front, the moon was able to connect with planets on the income and career fronts just as they are moving on to a more level footing. Your advice is in great demand. Because of your high energy levels, you are happy to comply, but take care not to give too much of yourself. You might suffer a burnout and lose interest in others. It's fine to ask others to return the favor. Ultimately, relationships work best when give and take are done in equal measure. It might seem to you that trouble is flaring up between you and a coworker, boss, or friend. Don't get yourself tied in a knot over it. If you settle down and really listen to what's going on, you'll see it's all easy to fix. As soon as you arrive on the scene, you find that rivals seem to fade from view. Maintaining a natural approach helps you get the attention from any potential admirers. Make the most of your desirability and appeal, but be sure you don't overdo the swagger. Any exaggerated conduct can quickly become a turn-off. Your well-being horoscope. Slowly growing accustomed to new health practices can be a pleasant and enlightening experience. Looking to see the truth about what you eat is a way to introduce change into your diet without shocking your system on any level. Organic foods are grown according to specific regulations. There are even different interpretations of what is truly organic. Finding out for yourself where your food comes from is a great way to develop a healthy awareness of your environment. Be sure you don't duck out right before things are coming to a close. The energy from this day encourages you to see things through until the end. While this is something many ones struggle with, it's an important thing to develop and do. Besides, it can be richly satisfying to see the work you first initiate come to fruition, and to receive the credit that you are due for it. Even if things feel boring now, stick with it. Mercury might still be at a standstill in his first full day in direct motion in your financial sector, but the brakes have been released. There is less danger of pitfalls and there is now a chance to look to the future. Mercury is only here for another 10 days, and with Venus, the planet of money, already fueling your financial confidence, there will be a call to make them count. Yet over the weekend in particular, there is a chance to first get your bearings as you adjust to a change in focus. At a standstill during his last full day in direct motion in your romantic sector, Saturn is encouraging you to stay in the moment. It is a different story on the relationship front, with the Moon's return to your friendship sector and a friendly aspect to Mars and Jupiter on the relationship front likely to create a lot of energy and even passion. Our eyes in the sky. Although the Sun is soaking up smart, airy Gemini vibes today and infusing your mind with logical ideas, there are three planetary bodies, ethereal Neptune and asteroids Juno and Vesta, in emotional water sign Pisces, revealing your subconscious visions. This elemental blend has your mind moving in one direction and your feelings in another, which can be pretty confusing during those important decision-making moments. But put those doubts and fears aside because, as always, the universe has your back. The confidence you get from the Gemini Sun's perceptive energy reminds you that you have the thinking capacity to put all the details together when it matters most. And then when it's time to dream and take advantage of those imaginative, what if, or aha moments, those subconscious Pisces influences float in and surround you with intuitive guidance. So, lucky us. Today's planetary forces are at work in both the left and right sides of our brains and helping us cover all the bases. Make sure that you pay close attention to your health, which is all part of the process. Checking in with loved ones and keeping a gratitude list can help you see that you're progressing exponentially every day. Believing in positive notions can guide you through the energy if you're willing to let go of the past and move toward a more meaningful way of life, which is very possible today. In the morning, the Leo moon forms a square with Chiron in Aries, prompting anxiety. A difficulty expressing our emotional needs generates conflict on an inner, psychological level. No matter how we seek to right the ship, our efforts fall short, causing us to feel inept and angry. On the surface, it may seem like we are facing a straightforward dilemma, yet challenging incidents, events, or interactions are really intended to serve as catalysts for deeper reflection and reconciliation of past wounds. It is now time to take responsibility for our feelings and to stand up for ourselves. With any luck, we can do this without taking our frustrations out on those who may simply be in our line of fire at the wrong time. Aim to be as intentional as possible in your words and deeds to unravel insecurities without creating collateral damage. Following this, the Moon forms a sextile with Uranus in Taurus, harmonizing our intuition and instincts. Flashes of insight occur to steer us towards new and exciting possibilities. We might meet someone in the course of the day who turns out to be a lucky connection. It is also possible that this signature will manifest in the form of an auspicious attitude adjustment. We understand how our emotions can be harnessed to work for us, giving us more bandwidth to deal with the unexpected. In this way, we consciously approach new experiences, rather than reacting improperly to unconscious triggers.